Hello, you're very welcome back. I'm eating some of
my
Edward's
God.
biscuits. Derek is connected with nature this morning.
That's right. He's coming to us live from the National Botanic Gardens of Ireland.
Derek, how are you? Derek, how are you getting on?
Yes, good morning, guys. We're having a great tour down here at the Botanic Gardens, the National Botanic Gardens down here in Glasnevin in Dublin. Now, it's a gorgeous morning, isn't it?
Absolutely, Derek. Very mild this morning. And a lovely drop of rain we had yesterday, which has watered everything.
Which is great to see. Derek Lupton is with us now. And Derek, it's great to be down here. First up, tell us about the history of the gardens itself.
Well, the gardens first opened in 1795, so it's close to 230 years old. At that time, the gardens' function really was the sort of agricultural research, food crops and so on. That shifted dramatically in the early 19th century into focused horticulture and botany, and really that type of focus has remained ever since. So education, horticulture, botanical research and so on and visitor attraction, of course, are our four main functions. So it's it's a very, very busy place. The gardens are very popular. We have about 600,000 people coming through the gate each year, so that's an enormous number of people. So clearly it is a very popular place.
I mean, there's a huge amount of work going on down here, and no thanks to the staff that do a lot of it, really.
Absolutely. Our garden team here are working busily throughout the year, maintaining all sorts of diverse collections in our glass houses, in our herbaceous border, all sorts of displays throughout the year. So visitors, when they're coming here, get to see something of interest all year round.
Of course, the team here at the OPW as well do fantastic work to keep the place upgraded each and every year. We've got the glass house, we've got the teak house as well. Yeah. Great restoration work going on down here as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the original, the big curvilinear glass house and the palm house behind us here were both built in the mid 19th century. They went under major restoration work 25 years ago or so. We have one other house that's currently under wraps, but will be undergoing renovation in the next couple of years, and that will complete our glass house portfolio, which really are world-leading glass houses. They're incredible spaces.
You've the brand new cactus section as well. I spotted it on the way down. It looks great.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that was put together by Leo, who I know we were chatting with earlier on. Leo and the team there put together a collection of cacti and succulent plants from dry parts of the world, and that does a couple of things. One, it shows visitors the types of plants they can grow in their gardens in Dublin, where the temperature is quite mild. We're able to grow these plants from very exotic parts of the world altogether, making very, very dramatic displays for our visitors.
It hasn't been a great summer for gardeners, has it?
It's been very stop and start. It was cold at the beginning of the summer, then it was wet and dry and wet and dry. So it's been, the plants, we can see ourselves are responding that way by sort of slowing down the growth, suddenly having a spurt of growth. So it's been quite confusing for all of us.
Yeah, but you love the drop of rain down here.
Oh, the rain yesterday now is a blessing for all of us. I think we're probably the only people in the country praying for rain.
All right, Derek, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to pop over here now to Felicity Gaffney. Good morning to you, Felicity. And we've got a brand new exhibition called Stories from the Gardens. Tell us what it's about.
So Stories from the Gardens, basically this garden is 229 years old, and whereas the emphasis has been on plant collections and looking after the plants and developing all of this, in parallel to that, there's been a whole story of people who have a relationship with the gardens, and it's had a massive social impact on the local people and really the people of Dublin. People have a real connection with the gardens, exactly.
We're going to walk and through the exhibition. Okay. First up, what have we got here?
So this is a 3D model of the Great Palm House, which is Ireland's only tropical rainforest up there behind you. And that's been completed by one of our gardeners here, Keith O'Mara, and it's to scale, and it is just to show you, give you an idea. It's incredible, isn't it?
Incredible, isn't it? And done to scale, as you mentioned. As you said, there's lots of stories here as well. What have we got over here?
Okay, so this is a lovely story. This is a love story, and it's about a couple who came together and lived in Marino, and they came down every Sunday to go for the walk in the gardens. And on D-Day, he proposed to his wife. And there's the proposal photograph.
Oh,
and
gorgeous.
Then on their anniversary, every single year, for as long as they were able, they used to come here to the gardens and repeat the walk. Yeah, fantastic.
As you mentioned there, the garden is made up of lots of stories from people. Tell us about what we've got here.
Okay, so this one is one of our staff members, Liz Brennan, and when she was a little girl, her aunt lived in Daneswell Road, and they used to come down on the Sunday for the walk, and so she was all notions about being a Victorian childhood, and when you went into the old water house, you can see that, she thought she was in a secret garden. So she wrote a story about that.
Isn't that gorgeous? And the beautiful water lilies there.
Yeah.
Our penultimate one here, tell us about what we've got here.
Yeah, so these are this lady wrote to us, Joni, all about how she used to come and play in the gardens with her friends. And in those days, you know, the kids ran wild and they said they had to walk, no buses. And then they come down and try and leap over the wall and get in and play and stay all day. So it's just
And
from
that's her little
1962.
story. And
Yeah.
what I love here is that you're still looking for stories for the exhibition. And we've got a little post box here that people can submit their own stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is a pop-up exhibition, but on the 19th from the 19th of September, we're going to be open in the gallery, so it'll be a much bigger exhibition. But we still have room for a few more stories, and we've lots more stories going in.
Where can we find out more online?
botanicgardens.ie if you want to email in, or else National Botanic Gardens website.
Okay, Felicity, Dara, and all the OPW team, they do fantastic work down here. I hope you enjoyed our tour here this morning. But for now, for me and Felicity, back to the studio. Have you got a letter to pop in there?
Beautiful.
I do need a letter, all right. What a beautiful place. Yeah, good on you,
Love
Derek.
it there. It's
Class.
so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
The
Get a
best
chance to go.
garden in Europe. There you have it. Now, still to come on today's show, we're going to talk to funny man Killian Sunderman about podcasting with his pals in the comfort of the countryside.
We're teaching you how to power dress on the catwalk.
And skincare guru Jennifer Rock is on hand to share some skincare secrets there. Your questions answered. We'll be back with you shortly on Ireland AM.